I sent you something now, Chad, about it's basically because I asked Nick Kirby about this earlier. Um, the relievers, the only way that they've put up good numbers has been in blowouts.
Oh, wow.
Like
Yes, I
they
see
have
that.
all been bad. And I said that at the beginning, I was like, we still don't know how good these guys are because they're 3-22. It's because they're throwing up zeros right now when it's 9-2. That's not the same outing as going out there when it's 3-3 in the seventh inning.
Mhm.
You start puckering up a little bit. You start trying to get too fine. You make mistakes. And that's what the majority of this bullpen is. There's nobody like probably Diaz might be one of the only ones that's in there right now that is probably above that median threshold. Everybody is just right there treading water. There's nobody that deserves anything in that bullpen. Like nobody should be pitching in late innings only. Nobody should be pitching in blowouts only. They're all the same.
Yeah,
Except
I
for
think
Diaz. I think he's a little bit better. Santillan is maybe a little bit, but he hasn't shown it this year.
I think that's an interesting point because I have had this sort of sense that the bullpen is not as bad as last year because they're not blowing as many games. And a lot of people tell me that. Well, they've not been in as many games, frankly, because they had that awful start, number one. But what you just sent me is amazing. Yeah, their performance has been markedly different in low leverage situations versus high leverage situations, and that is a function of the fact they don't have elite relief pitchers down there, except maybe Diaz and Jeffrey Hoffman. Here's what someone posted earlier today, just in the Diamondback series. And it's a perfect example of what we're talking about. The Red starters, 23 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs. Relievers, 10 2/3, so less than half the innings, 14 earned runs versus 4 for the starters. I mean, it's just ugly. And
those 4 runs belong to two, like basically minor, right? What did he give up, 3?
He gave up 3 of the 4.
Ugh.
Mike Major. I will not listen to slander of Mike Minor. That guy's great.
I mean, as good as the bullpen has seemed in those low leverage situations, they still have the worst ERA in baseball.
Worst FIP as well, fielding independent pitching. Yeah, I mean it's the worst bullpen in baseball again for the second straight year.